Hi there, everybody. Hi there. Today is a fashion show. This is the show that we talk about fashion, luxury, and style. Today, we're going to be talking about the whole idea of color coordination and also the idea that when you're going out there, you should wear colors that rhyme with the time, the environment, and the setting. For example, when we have parties that they say it's a white party, please don't embarrass yourself to go there and wear just red or purple or pink, That's a party that there's a reason why they decided to make it a white party. So you want to go all looking clean in white. So when you walk in that party, you match with the setting. You match with the whole theme of the party. Because a lot of times I've gone to parties that are like white parties and you see somebody just coming in black and just thinking that it's okay. We don't have to attend every party. Some people are going to say, well, I was in another party and I saw a few friends that said that there was a party, so I decided to just jump into that party. First, we're breaking the laws of going to a party. You don't have to go to a party that you're not invited to. That's absurd. That doesn't work in the world that I live in. You don't have to go to every function. If they wanted you to be in a function, they're going to give you an invitation. And without an invitation, you don't need to go to a party that you were not invited. Because, for example, you might not even know that it's a white party. Somebody might just say, oh, there's a party downtown. And then you join the crew and you just go to that party and embarrass yourself. Because now you're coming with a color that is not the color code of that particular party. And you look totally absurd. You look out of place. But there's this whole thing where we break the norms and rules of people's occasions and we don't care. Because this is the thing. Most parties are private parties. It's not like it's something that is compulsory that you have to attend. That you're going to say, well, I didn't have the dress or I didn't have the money to go buy something. That is a party that most time has been planned. Invitations have been sent out. Those who are supposed to be in the party know the dress code for the party. So they're coming ready to respect whoever is the person who made this party. They're coming to respect the fact that it's a party that they were invited and they have to be according to the dress code of the party. Well, this whole idea of dress code and, just bumping into a party that you're not invited, it's a terrible thing. For example, we have parties around town that they say it's a black and white party. Sometimes it's because they want to recognize or they want to give allegiance to a particular situation. So imagine you coming in there with red just because, well, I just heard about this party and I figured I can just come into the party. That's terrible because it's not just the fact that, you're not looking like everyone else. It's the fact that whoever has this party is being disrespected by you. First, you were not invited. Secondly, you're coming with a dress code that is not what this particular theme of this party is. So now you're making everybody look at you and just question if you were supposed to be part of this party. And you give the whole idea of being one of those that just want to belong. And I've always talked about this whole idea of trying to belong because we don't have to be everywhere. There are some places that, like I keep talking about the hierarchy of society. We don't like it. It's not okay. But we have to respect the fact that you don't want to be thrown out of a party. Think about it. If you go to a party that you were not invited and now you're not even wearing the dress code, so you're standing out. Everybody can tell that you're not part of that group. And how about if somebody just walks to you and say, excuse me, ma'am, or excuse me, sir, can you be escorted out because you're not supposed to be a part of this party? You're going to feel embarrassed. And you're going to walk out and curse and say nasty things about the host. But meanwhile, you were not supposed to be a part of that party. This whole idea of dress code and how we need to respect people that have their parties is very important, especially in our Cameroonian and African community. We have that tendency of just inviting ourselves into people's parties or people's occasion. I think this is 2019 and we're going into 2020, which means that society gets better. The whole evolution process is going forward, which means that we have to change some of our old ways. This whole idea of just going into somebody's party that you were not invited is getting very serious because those very people who break parties, they are the same people who go about and say, oh, there was no food, oh, the party was so empty. And even if those who are complaining are those who were invited, it's because you came in and crashed that party and made the supply of what was planned to run short. So I started with the whole idea of color coordination, which was trying to dress appropriate for a party depending on the theme of the party, but also this is a little bit interwoven with the whole idea of crashing people's party or jumping into an occasion that you were never invited in. We need to work on that because, like I keep saying, I've had a lot of occasions that I've walked to and people are like, there's not enough food. Oh, I don't know why these people did not plan for this party. They couldn't have made it if they knew that they were not ready. A lot of people are ready when they want to plan their parties. But the problem is those who come to those parties that were never invited. They make everything run short. So, this is my thing. In my shows, I'm always out to improve on society. I'm always bringing ideas, ways that society can be better. So I feel like this whole idea of showing your invitation before you get into a party is very important. I know we live in the media world where a lot of people receive invites now just like a text. You should be able to show that text. And I'm begging on those who are organizing their parties that it's going to come to a point where we have to have a list. Where when somebody come and show their text, you have to check their name and also check your list to make sure that they are part of the party. I'm not one of those that don't like people to come and socialize. I'm just one of those that I feel like in order for people to be able to control their budget, to be able to, make their parties to be outstanding, they need to conform to particular rules. Because those people who crash parties, they are the first people to go out there and say, oh, these people didn't have food, there was a shortage of drinks, because you were not invited and you invited yourself in a place that you were not supposed to be there. Which means that you shortened the ration of those who were actually supposed to be in that party. We always go about trying to run people down and trying to make people feel like, they are not up to what they decide to do. It's because of people that try to invite themselves where they're not supposed to be. Because think about it. For those who are your real people that were invited in your party, they'll hardly go out there and talk about shortage or talk about, oh, they didn't plan enough for this party. Because they are your people. They care for you. But it's mostly those that are not your people who just jump into your party, who go out there and give a wrong narrative. Trying to run you down. And I'm getting a little upset about this because I've been a victim of that. I've had a party that even though I had enough, but somebody that was never invited to my party came in and went out and said, oh, there wasn't enough food. First of all, this particular individual, you were never invited to my party. And my party was not a +1. You decided to follow somebody and come to my party. And you were the first person to go out there and say there was not enough food. My shows are not a direct attack, but I bring these whole ideas because I'm trying to help society. And I'm trying to make people to realize that we should not be so quick to run people down when we are the problem. Well, this topic is getting very heated. And like I always say, I don't want to keep going when I'm getting heated because I'm going to touch very serious topics that are going to instead create a spark. So it's always lovely spending quality time with you all. And bye for now.